Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in support of the DeFazio amendment, and I'm a proud co-sponsor of the amendment. As the gentleman from Oregon mentioned, that the draft ended in 1973, conscription ended, and then it was put on the shelf, inactivated, the Selective Service System, and only activated when, in a show of resolve, that President Jimmy Carter, in the aftermath of the December 1979 Russian or Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, basically reinstituted the conscription, reinstituted signing up for Selective Service, the Selective Service System, I think suspended wheat sales to the Soviet Union, and as well as our participation in the Olympic Games, which were scheduled to be in Moscow. It has never been used. There has never even been a discussion during the height of Iraq and Afghanistan within the Department of Defense, even with personnel shortages, about using the draft. In a recent study by the Army Recruiting Command, they determined that something like 75% of young people, military-age people, are ineligible to serve in the United States Army. Either they're overweight, they don't have high school, have high school but don't have a high enough score on the Armed Forces Entrance Exam, or they have any altercations with the law or drug and alcohol issues. And so we have very high standards today.
So 30 seconds.
We have extremely high standards today, and I think that having conscription, having people and having served in the United States Army when there was a draft, that having people being forced to serve compromises the extraordinary, I think, capability of our military. And so this is about putting it back on the shelf as it was in 1973. And if the President, as Commander-in-Chief, ever felt it needed to come off this shelf, he or she could do so. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back to the